Hey all, Johnny Mullet with another update on the bus build. You hear that in the distance? You see that shit? That's thunder. Not Thunder the bus, but Thunder the bullshit. So, there were supposed to be like sporadic chances of showers, maybe here and there, and wouldn't you know it, it's going to get it right halfway through the paint job on the bus. Well, you can definitely tell that the rainstorm's coming. So let's just hope that this black paint dries. Yesterday I did the roof with that silver gray. I rolled it on with a roller. This morning I taped a lot of shit off, and all of the black you see that's fresh, I did the black around the windshield, the front fenders, the grill, and around the main entry door. So basically what you see going on is everywhere you see yellow, it will now be gray. To get a better perspective, let's go around the back. The paint back here is still wet. I just rolled this on and brushed, I don't know, less than an hour ago. And that's when the thunder and the lightning started, and I hope it survives. The general idea, though, you see the black and the gray. This gray will continue around where you see the yellow. The roof turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Of course, you know, a few bugs, a couple leaves. It is what it is. What I did first is I parked the bus right next to the house over here, and I was able to crawl up on the roof by climbing on the deck. So I spent a good part of yesterday morning scrubbing that roof with Purple Power. I think I got some in the garage here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. This stuff right here. Purple Power, a scrub brush, and a garden hose. And I tell you what, that roof came out beautiful. It was so black and disgusting and terrible. After it was clean, I was like, wow, this looks good. So while it was still wet, I took the hose up there and I took some wet sand. I think it was 150 grit wet sandpaper, and sanded the roof. And then I went ahead and hosed it all down, gave it one good washing. I let it dry about 4 or 5 hours. Let's go on up in the ladder here so we can get a better look at this roof. About 4 to 5 hours. There we go. So as you can see, for the most part, it is what it is. There's some leaves up there. There's some shit falling. But I think it's still drying. We haven't had a lot of sun today, mostly clouds, so I think this is still drying. And I actually took my finger on a section, and some of the paint came off on my finger. So definitely. You can also see I have my Kawasaki Prairie 250 1983 out in the front yard with a for sale sign on it. The reason I'm selling the three-wheeler is I don't use it anymore, and I could use the extra money because I want to buy wheel simulators for the bus. And those are very expensive. 22.5-inch Dayton wheel stainless steel simulators are not a cheap date. I think the best price I found was damn near $400. So I think some chrome stainless steel on those wheels will look really nice. I think the hood turned out good there. I like that. I like the grill. I also painted those headlight bezels. They've also been repainted, and they are in the garage right now. So this black you see is actually spray paint, and I'm pretty damn good with a spray can. I spray painted a lot of cars in my days. I didn't bother taping none of this off because that's all going to get painted silver. Once this black is dry, I'm going to tape it off and then do the same thing I've been doing around the back of the bus, which is, hopefully, if all turns well, rolling this paint out. Look, I already see a spot right there. See that? I hate rolling. I hate brushing. I might even just stop right here and go find me some spray gray paint. If it's close, we'll roll with it. Otherwise, we're going to keep rolling it. Know what I mean? I wanted to get a lot more done yesterday, but we had a, spur of the moment thing. We went on a bike ride. What the bike ride? What are you talking about? This big fat guy talking about bicycles. Yes, I got lots of bicycles. That chrome one back there is a 1967 Huffy Silverjet. I know this is a bus build and not a bike build video, but I want to get into that. This beautiful red bike is a 1983 Huffy Tetralite. So we got a Huffy Silverjet, a Tetralite, the old lady's electric bike. Then I have another Huffy back there. This green Huffy with the yellow trim is not your average Huffy. It's got all Shimano Diori components, brakes, shifters, Mavic rims. It's got it. This GT, not a bad bike. I like the Streamline. I use it a lot. It's got my bag on it. I commute back and forth to work with it. And let's see, I also have 1983 Pro Thunder, the same bike I had when I was a kid. And the reason I'm getting into the bicycle thing is I wanted to share a quick story with you guys. I'm not going to sit down for story time or anything, but just wanted to tell you about this guy. His name was Christopher, and I was at the shop, and he broke down. And my boss had his bicycle and trailer in the back of his vehicle, and he says, "John, you think you can help this guy out?" And it says on the back of his trailer, Kentucky to New York, headed home. Talked to the guy. I guess his old lady left him, and he was trying to get back home. Well, his bike was junk. So, my wife had an old Huffy bicycle that she never rode hanging in the garage. I told the guy, "Hey, follow me home. I'll hook you up." So we took all those good stuff off of his bike, put it on the other bike, got him fixed up. We showed him the bus. We actually took him for a ride. We went to an Indian powwow. We fed him dinner. We let him stay the night. The next day, boom, he was back on the road. Gave him some money. And, wished him good luck. Well, he just messaged me. This was back in July. No, maybe June. And he just messaged me the other day and told me, "Man, you guys just don't know how much you saved my life." I'm like, "Hey, man, anything I can do to help." He's like, No, you don't understand. I was on the verge of suicide, man. My wife left me. My family wrote me off. My friend left me. My bike broke down, and right there at that moment I was thinking, yeah, I'm just going to end it. There's no good people out there. And I was like, no shit, dude, I knew you were down and out, but not suicidal. He says, "Yeah, man, you saved my ass. I was going to give up." And finally I found somebody that could help me out, and I made it home. I'm back with my wife. I got a good job. And, it was weird. I told my boss the next day that story, and he's like, "I never stopped for anybody, but when I seen him broken down on his bike, I thought about you, and I turned around and picked him up." So, kind of weird, huh? His name's Christopher. He's doing good now. I'm glad I was able to help the guy out. So, it makes me feel good. Anyway, the storm's coming in. I don't want to run out of video here. I'm on my phone, so that's it for today. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.